I think the whole world's glitching out. So it's not just the market or my website. I meant to say it's not just my website. It's the matrix. Everything's kind of glitching out. You got bad quotes. You got some stocks that are flash crashing right now. You got sticky quotes. A lot of weird shit going on, friends. Which all this makes me more bearish than I normally am. But listen, you had a very specific setup today. UVXY went green and the Qs broke VWAP and broke lows. That's a trade. And, I'm too busy making phone calls trying to figure out why I'm getting delayed quotes. But UVXY is along. You know, the only time to buy UVXY is when it goes green. So let's just say that's the one trade you did today, Days Pay. There's a lot of things, a lot of ways to make money as a day trader. It's not about, and again, it's certainly not about having a scanner to spit out ideas. You have an idea every day. Qs, UVXY, NVAX, right? GameStop. There you go. It's 4 ideas. Did you need a scanner for that today? No, you need your eyeballs and two. You need 2 eyes and 2 ears, or maybe one eye, 1 ear. Yar! You could have done this with one eye, with 1 ear. As long as you heard there was something going on. How about, oh, you need one eye, half an eye, half an ear. As long as you knew that AMC, GameStop, the chip stocks, Qs, and UVXY were in play. By the way, NVAX is just icing on the cake now. And by the way,
when NVAX breaks $17.20, don't sell any more of it.
maybe NVAX has a cure for computer viruses as well. Maybe NVAX is going to get into, not only do they cure COVID and other diseases, but they're getting into internet virus protection as well, and EVs. And they also do I don't know what else is that. Oh, right, AI. Sorry, did I mention NVAX has a new AI program that cures COVID and glitches on the internet. Plus, they give you a hand job if you ask nicely. What? NVAX, 15 cents away from three-week highs, as well as 18-month highs. These are the kind of stocks you want to own. These are the droids you are looking for. These are the stocks you want to own. That's like, hey, here's a concept. Buy a stock when it's going up. That's why, again, going back to 2 weeks ago, it was just hilarious how many people were taking like credit for, I told you so on NVIDIA. I told you so on NVIDIA. What? You mentioned the number one stock on the face of the planet might go higher. Wow. Can I learn what you learned? How do you do that? That's impressive. But buying NVAX at 1385 was pretty impressive 3 days ago. I don't even know what that was all about. Like, I don't know why they were smacking it down that morning, but I didn't have to ask twice. Held 1350, held 1350, held 1350. I'm going to go ahead and buy some at 1385 with a 1350 out. I heard the market never goes down. By the way, I'm not saying this was the simplest trade in the world, but it was the simplest trade in the world. Didn't you want to short GameStop when you heard it was in play again? Does anybody actually? I never look to buy the stock. I don't care. For me, anytime there's something going on with GameStop, I'm waiting to short it, and I'll wait. And if it has a massive update and I don't participate in the long, whatever. It's just another stock. Listen, after Friday missing a 50 bagger into the close, I'm actually different. I say that a lot, but I'm different. It's now I'm even more jaded and cynical and numb to this. Nothing will phase me after missing a 50 fucking bagger on UVXY puts going into the close. 50 times your money. Think I'm worried? about finding another opportunity. I think I care if GameStop keeps going up. The bottom line is it went down 7 points after I covered, which is pretty upsetting. But it's so sometimes it really is as simple as you say it can be. Everyone's thinking bullish. You just wait for a reason to go the other way and you'll be rewarded. 7 cents away on NVAX, people. 7 cents away. So if you're following me on the YouTube or the Twitters or the anything else, this is where you go. Kenny Glick, you could use my real name now. Kenny Glick told us to buy NVAX at $13.85 3 days ago with a target of $17.40. And then it went to $17.40. That's pretty impressive. Enter. It's too bad nobody knows who this fucking idiot is. He's pretty good at what he does. Enter. 5 cents away, Holmes. 4 cents away. What's going to happen at $17.40? I have no idea, but I'm glad you're in it. $2 away, home slice. What's going to happen at $17.40? I don't know. I'm excited. I'll go ahead and say it actually sells off at $17.40 because that's what happens quite often when you get back to a very significant price that you tagged before. There might be sellers up there waiting for us. I don't think they're going to be sellers up there waiting for us, but I wouldn't be surprised. But it doesn't matter because I'm not selling it. So, but if you're just day trading, you're a seller up here because that's the law. You retrace back to prior highs, you're a seller at that high, adjust your stop, and then you hold on to what you got left. Let's hang on. Hello, my friends. I don't always swing trade, but when I do, it's NVAX. Who's in the 1750-20 call spread? Let's go check how that one's doing. Yes. Come on, who didn't do that one? September? Where are we? What did we buy? September morn with the September 15s. Ooh, they're up to 465. Mm-hmm. Well, I'll tell you what. This is turning out to be some day. By the way, when GameStop's back at $17 this morning, right? So much for the mother of all short squeezes. There hasn't been a buy on GameStop since the open. Yeah, any day now, mother of short squeezes, right? It was a gap up bullshit, and that's it. And you sell the gap just like every other gap. And then if it breaks back above gap highs, you cover and say, hey, that didn't work. I better get out. Break it down to as simple as possible. Trading is easy. Just accept the rules. Don't disobey the rules, right? Like the day traders who just sold out of NVAX at 1737, right? There's sellers up there waiting. That doesn't mean, and listen, even though I'm in the name, I'd be happy to see a double top right there. You know why? Because if we consolidate into the day's candle, let's say we get a couple of inside days. Do you know what inside days is? You know about inside Ed? Inside days of this monster candle, inside. And then when you come outside, first he swims and then he jumps. Then you get a double top break. That's more consolidation for the bigger break. So you actually want to see it go down now and consolidate because you'd rather not buy it if you haven't bought it yet. You'd rather not buy a double, the 1740 now because it is kind of ripe for a consolidation and a pullback. So go back to that 3-month chart. Phenomenal. Here's your 3 months. Here's your 1 year. Here's your problem. You had it shit set to murder. 2-year chart. Yes. So all the shorts, right? All the shorts, and again, most people who bash a stock aren't shorters. They're just angry that they didn't buy it. That's what most people are. Anyone who's bashing NVAX about how it's a blah blah. And again, listen, it is a notorious pump and dump. For 25 years, the stock has been a pump and dump. But if you don't remember, and I'll remind you, the last pump went to $370. So all I'm looking for is 10 points on a stock that's already shown us that it could squeeze. What did it go to, 370, I think, or was it 270? $331.62. You telling me this stock can't go to $27? It's just simple math. They didn't believe me when I told them Carvana to 120. Now you believe, right? And by the way, didn't I tell you Carvana short when it broke 112.50, the reaction low candle from earnings day, right? By the way, anybody into gold coins? I know one guy is. I saw a commercial. Ooh, see? Now it's down to $2,989. Somebody stop me. I'm buying gold coins again, gold and silver. So I'm looking at a 20 here. Where's my gold guy? 2015 out of West Point. The $100 coin, the high relief Liberty Gold. That thing is freaking sweet. So at MS70, but can I trust buying $3,000 coins? I mean, these guys can just take this coin, doctor up a First Strike PCGS MS70 slab, and just dupe me out of $3,000. I can't trust these people. So anybody in the coin business, I'm interested in these. I want to buy a couple of these. Talk to me. Talk to me, Goose. This is what I do with my money. Yeah, I probably will buy it from Mike. See, I buy real estate and gold coins and silver coins. I don't put my money back in the market. Because one day when this market crashes, not only will we be short that day, but then we'll be able to rebuild portfolios. I don't mind owning stocks. I just don't want to own them here. Because I'm pretty freaking convinced we got, a 3 to 5% correction coming one more time. And again, that's it. I mean, it's 3 to 5%, or let's say we get a 5%. Well, let's say we go nuts and we do get the 10% again, right? That just brings us back down to where we were in April. So 10% off the top right now is 45 points, right? That gets you to where? 409, the original price that I thought, why am I just talking? The original price that I thought we were going to go to in the first place. And then what? And then we go back up. So no matter what we do on the downside, and then what, we're going to go back up. It's not like we're going to stop going up, right? I was just, I'm just trying to time that correction. And we nailed it Thursday. We were only 3. Oh, there it goes. Well, the 1740 broke. How you doing? But yeah, who cares about it, right? Who does it? The Qs went down so much on Friday. We were 4 points away from where I thought we would go. It was going to take us like a month to get there. We got there in one day. So what do you want? Friday was the sickest day of trading in the last 8 to 9 years. Then you come in today and you go right back to what works. All right, Qs are breaking VWAP, blah, short them. Oh, VYX going to buy it. Oh, NVAX breaking numbers. You got get goo. GameStop, get goo. By the way, I'm getting out of the call spread on NVAX because it's probably going to go past $20. I have a 15-20 call spread for September. I'm getting out of the 20s. I'm taking the loss on the 20s. Small loss, but because I don't want to cap my gain. I'm not going to sit here watching the stock go to fucking 30 and I'm getting called out at 20 like a moron. I'm out. I'm covering. I'm just staying long the calls. So I'm going to this is what I don't normally do. I hate taking a loss on the upper calls, but I don't want to be. I don't want to have to get called out. I want to be able to be free to trade these on their own. Hang on a second. So if you're interested, and again, I want to be in the stock. That's why I went out a couple more months and I bought in the money anyway. I paid up for them. But now, if you bought them, we're close to up 100%. Paid $250. $250 for the 17, for $250 for the 15s. That's why when I sold the 20s for $1, I was like, you know what? Why not? Or you know what? Maybe I just get the hell out of the whole freaking thing and I could just go 1750 calls. Let's see. July 5th, Friday, July 5th. Ooh, yes. Yes. Yeah, maybe. Maybe not. Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe. Maybe not. I pay $2.25 for a 1650 for July 5th, 32 days out. That ain't bad. I ain't paying $275, but I'm going high bid 1750s for $2.25. I'm getting out of the Septembers, and I'm going closer to the money but higher strike price. Right smack dab in the middle, 1650s for $2.25. See if I can get them. All you need is one pin, Rodney. You see how you just need one trade, right? This is fucking awesome. Yeah, I buy rounds as well. Most of what I got is rounds because you pay premium. Like this stuff. You put a freaking Spartan Warrior on a piece of poured silver, I'm in. You know, it's only like an ounce and a half of silver, but I paid probably $100 for this thing, 105, because it's freaking cool. You know what I got, which is my favorite round now ever? Let's talk silver. I almost forgot I had 100 of these. I bought these a couple of years ago to give away as presents, and I only gave out a few. Look at this beautiful thing. It's the bull and the bear, right, that I have on my leg on the coin. I also have it in kilo form too. Woof. Kilo. Not just for cocaine anymore. But yeah, you're right. You know, if you're collecting, but that little one is awesome. I almost forgot. I just buy stuff. You put a sword. This is the sword of truth. I'm in. But look at this one. This is the most gorgeous round ever made, I think, in the history of silver rounds. Replica piece silver rounds. Right? Look how beautiful. Whoop. Well, replica piece dollars rounds. They were only $1 premium. It's pretty sick. I freaking love it. So what do we gonna do now? Except sit here and watch NVAX go up 250. 2 fucking 50. I couldn't get this damn stock to budge. These past 2 Fridays, I've lost about $200-300 on NVAX. I've been buying the slightly out of the money calls, waiting for this to happen. Of course, it happens on a fucking Monday. Of course, it happens on a Monday. 2 weeks ago, we had the 15. What was it? The 15.50s to 30 cents. They went to 60 cents. I wound up letting them expire. That was the dumbest trade. And then I did it again last week. I wound up losing. The funny thing is, I bought in the money calls that didn't work, but I got put the stock because the calls were in the money. So it kind of worked out in the end. So I bought a 14.50 for 50, right? They closed at 30 cents, but they were still 30 cents in the money. So I got the stock because it exercises and gets into my account. Next thing you know, I owned NVAX almost by accident. How you doing? By the way, over 1740. Now we pulled back and it held. Oh, Billy. Billy, 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 Billy. Oh, Billy, Billy, Billy. Don't type that symbol in here. Yeah, path. When does Kathy Wood get just carted out of the industry on a stretcher? Oh, Billy, 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 Billy. Man, I got to tell you something. I got stopped out of my Q short. I was about to short more at the 451. And then I prevented myself from doing that because adding to your short on the Qs just never works. So not only did I not lose, I wound up getting stopped out. And wow, that would have been a completely, that would have wrecked half my day just now. But you got to take a look at UVXY still being green on a Monday. It's 4 out of 5 days of being green. That's still worrisome. You can't just say, whatever. 4 out of 5 on UVXY green. That's spooky. Plus the glitches on the internet, my site going down. Sign of the devil. Something's up. Something's up. Chinese are doing some extra hacking to prepare for their attack on Taiwan. Yeah, you'll see. And the lights are going to go out. But I think the moment of society coming to an absolute. Have you seen the clip of the protesters meeting the gay? So you had the gay pro-Palestinian people versus just the pro-Palestinian people. So you have these two left-wing groups, psychopaths, meeting each other. They don't even know what to do. They're sort of fighting, but then it's like the world's going to explode. What happens when it's just hilarious. But hey, I heard there was an Israeli parade and there was nobody raped or burned or things were broken. There were no American flags being burned or taken down, replaced with the Israeli flag. It was mostly a peaceful rally of unification and peace and love. Again, we know who the enemy is. And it's UVXY. UVXY does not want to die today, my friends. Let's see if I can outsmart the matrix. Now that I didn't want to short the Qs and I was about to short the Qs, now I should short the Qs right here. Let's see if it's a good price. Actually, it's right smack dab in the middle of a little tiny range right here. I don't know, but does anybody know what this shirt's all about? I don't even know. Who's Bill Helsley? Was it a joke? This is a joke shirt, right? By the way, my buddy fixed the website. It's just one banner. Now you could get into our chat room. That's all we need. I don't need any bells and whistles. Thank you, by the way. Who am I? What shirt is this? Bill Helsley. Bill Helsley. Oh, he actually is a politician? Oh, he is actually. What the hell shirt is this? You don't want to see me. Yeah, who is that guy? Who is this? What is this shirt all about? Oh my God, that was short the queues. Yes, come on. That's right, Cousin Richie. Cousin Richie doesn't hesitate. As soon as I said I'm going to short the queues, Cousin Richie already in. Look at you, man. I'm going to let you start trading for me again. You better cover. That was fucking funny. Wow. Yeah, that guy, Bill Helsley. I'm a big fan. I don't know, but NVAX is still going up, Holmes. How about we just stop trading and just watch NVAX go to 27.50 today? Was there a couple of downgrades on NVAX? That'd be even better. Anybody tell us to sell it? I'll tell you what, man. Cousin Richie, did you cover? You never have a chance to get out of that position. Wow. You're a sick bastard. Cousin Richie on fire today. AMD short, Q short twice, and you live to tell the tale. How about that NVAX, Holmes? Huh? Huh? I gotta add to this position. Damn it. Somebody. Even my Twitter feed is frozen. There's some shit going on today, man. It's funny if you read the internet, right? If you read the internet, all these posts about GameStop, the way all this is reading is like all the shorts are getting their asses kicked. Where? Which shorts are getting their asses kicked? The ones that stayed short over the weekend? Who's shorting? Who's staying short stocks in a bull market over the weekend? It's crazy, right? I was going to until we got freaking stopped out near the lows. Can't short stocks over the weekend. Yeah, I know. That's why my plan was thwarted by a rally into the close. I don't ask questions anymore. That's why this gap up was an easy sell for me today. But don't let NVAX go to 27.50 without making some money off it, for the love of NVAX, for the love of COVID. I still have your first email. You know what? Here's the fun part. I'm actually looking to short NVAX today at some point because notoriously this thing pulls back. So I'm actually going to stalk it. There's really not much else going on. I might look to short the stock. But before I start playing that game, I got to try to get some more. I want to get options in it so I have my position on. Oh, Cousin Richie, 5250. It's not just a Van Halen album again. Was that 5250 or 5150? I think it was 5150. I smoked some bad weed that night. Couldn't stay awake. I think it was laced. By the time Hagar came on, I was just like, what? I was sleeping during dreams. Cousin Richie, you're short again? Man, stop texting me. This was, if you can believe this, it's from 1986. That kind of blows my mind. This is 86. I was 15 years old at the Monsters of Rock concert. Man. What was the second album after they put this one out? It couldn't have been 86. Damn, life has gone by very quickly. $51.50, and then what was that? Oh, right. OU812. Yes, this is where I was falling asleep. Right, it was 88. Let's see, Monsters of Rock. You guys remember the Monsters of Rock? When Dokken came on and we all started booing them, I felt so bad. Monsters of Rock. It was Dokken, Van Hagar. Who else was there? Metallica, I think, was there, right? Right. Dokken. 88. Yeah, there you go. I knew it couldn't have been 86. Scorpions, yes. Yes. Now that was a show. Kingdom Come opened it up. I thought Ramones were part of this one. Oh, the Ramones were part of Lollapalooza, I think, around that same time. The only time I actually saw the Ramones. My biggest regret in life, not going to see them a couple more times. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, what are we going to do now, people? I say we all just take our life savings and put it into some pump and dump biotech stock known as Novavax. Sounds like a plan, right? All we want is 4 more points. And look, if it stays over 1740, that's your first sign that this thing's got some real legs. Closes above 1740 today. I think we're going to be good. And then you'll probably be in a new uptrend. 1740. Let's go 2-year VWAP. 2-year VWAP, obviously, we're past that. That was that 85 area. So 1855. 1855. And then we're in this mess. 20 and a half. I'll stick to it. 20 and a half. You get through 20 and a half. I think we're on our way to the 20, that breakdown from 3 years ago, which is around 28 and a quarter. That's all I want. 28 and a quarter. Be up 30 grand on this position. Call it a day. Or at least a month. And his name was Tidian. What? It's the Bass-O-Matic. That's some good bass. Holy shit, 1775, Holmes. That's some good bass. Nobody has any idea what I'm talking about. That's some good bass. Hey, man. That's some good bass. Hey, Saturday Night Live's actually funny again, which is crazy to say. I'm telling you, there was a skit. Jake Gyllenhaal, what's his name? Right, the Gyllenhaal kid, whatever he was, the guy from the movie. By the way, that movie wasn't half as bad as everybody made it seem like it was going to be. Roadhouse with Gyllenhaal. You know what movie was 10 times worse than that movie? Fall Guy. The movie was so bad, couldn't get through it. Might be one of the worst movies I've seen in 10 years. Fall Guy. Freaking awful. I haven't not got through a movie in many years. I'll suffer through anything just to see how it ends. I couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. It was so freaking boring and awful. Man, that movie sucked. And by the way, Cousin Richie, short the Q's again. Awesome. Guys, this is so sick. We have a stock that's trending up and breaking out while the market is still getting weak. New highs. NVAX, people. 3-point day. Tell me you haven't heard me mention this one, Internet. I haven't heard you mention it. I also mentioned it when it was breaking 1550 on that last video from this morning. Oh, yeah. See, this is why you don't do call spreads, right? You'd hate to see the stock start breaking through 1750 and you got a 1750 call spread that you thought felt good because you bought the 15s for $1, sold the 1750s for 40, and then the stock goes to 2250, and you know what do you got? Nothing. Let's go put on some old Van Halen now. When is love? What else was on that album? I don't even remember this song. This is the first song off the album. No idea. AFU? No idea. Cobble Wabble. Source of infection? What song is that? Oh. That's pretty good. Feels so good. Finish what you started. I know this one. Come on, baby. Right? Yeah. It's a decent album, I guess. 1785 on NVAX. They're chasing it. They're running it. If you got in at 1740, like I said about a month ago, Stop what you're doing because you're about to ruin. You buy it at 1740 and you're getting paid another 50 cent on it. 18s are trading now. Wow. Hey, listen, at 18, I'd be a seller here, but they just gobbled up about 48,000 shares on the offer. But now 1740 is your only out at this point. Don't even sell it. Like 1740 now is your out. And if not 1740, then you're holding the stock forever. 1740 is your out. $3, 20% move in a market that's pretty much kind of doing nothing. We found the one stock that's rocking. So I'd rather be in this than GameStop, right? And if you bought the NVAX this morning, right? So here, let's say you just said, all right, back to that conversation. It's your first day here. You're thinking, hey, all right, let me see what this guy's all about. All right, he loves the stock NVAX. All right, cool. He tells me to buy in the money weekly options on stocks. All right, I'll go slightly out of the money with the 1550s. The 1550s breaking VWAP were 65 cents. $650 now is worth 2,500. And if you went and bought the lotto, let's say you went and bought the 1750 just for fun, the 1750 was 17 cents, and now they're $1.22. So, what bull market did you miss? What opportunity has come and gone? There's an opportunity every freaking day. Once you have a little inkling of what you're doing here, and generally it's the same stocks over and over again, right? So, who made some money on NVAX? And if you did, now join my website before they shut me down. They're trying to shut me down, people, because all I do is hand out money. I'm the Pied Piper of the industry. They don't like me. Pied Piper, man. This guy fucks. Yeah. Remember that scene? Remember that character? If you don't know that character, oh my God. Go watch that show. I forgot what it was called, but that was awesome. When the dude, actually, he was wearing a green shirt. Pied Piper? What show was that? It was on HBO with Guilfoyle and the guy that was getting the ludicrous speed on his Tesla. What show was that? It was awesome. What show was that? Silicon Valley. There you go. Now that was a funny show. When the billionaire guy, that dude was hilarious. So what was the guy? Who was the assistant's name where he got put into the self-driving car? Three commas. Yeah, that guy. You know what this is? I just lost a comma. Oh, the Chinese guy pissed me off. But that was what he was supposed to do. Oh, the NVAX. Why am I not buying anymore? I don't know. I'm like sitting here just stupefied, mystified, mortified, fortified. What was his name? Remember the first season ended with him on a like the car drove him into like into a oil into a tanker and he was shipped off to a different country. What was that dude's name in the show? Billy? You know who's also a great character that I just got reminded of yesterday? Ever watch the show Eastbound and Down? Kenny Powers had this guy that worshipped him, and he just abused this guy, and the character was just so freaking funny. That show is so cringy, so racist, but so funny. Oh, Billy. Billy, Billy, Billy. So anyway, get on the internet, right? Tell them what you witnessed here. Tell them who got you into NVAX 2 weeks ago with a call spread. Stevie, there you go. Tell them about your NVAX buy today at 15.25. Tell them about your $17 calls. Tell them about the 17.40 break. You tell them. You tell them hell's coming with me. By the way, still got a couple of hundred shares of Zim, but once it got to 22.50 last week, decided to cut it off. Basically, I'm hanging with Zim, NVAX, and Viking. But Zim, I got I think I got to go check the Schwab accounts. I think I only got 200 shares. They changed price. I'm telling you, people, something wrong with this day. I think the market's going down. I think the Qs are going to go red today. Look, by now we're usually breaking highs and laughing about it. UVXY is down 4%, blah, blah, blah. You're not seeing it. It's almost 12 o'clock. I'll tell you if we're going down. Let's see if anybody buys these from me. I'm selling some out of the money calls. If anybody buys them from me on the offer, then you know the market's not going down. All right, I'm going to go nuke my coffee and call all my friends about the NVAX. You can tell 10 friends now that it's above 1740. And by the way, that's how you make real money in the stock market. Don't tell your friends about stocks that you're buying until they're profitable. Then you tell your friends. And then you tell them to tell their friends once they're profitable. And then you tell those people not to tell anybody until they're profitable. And then the pyramid gets built. And then the last sucker, who cares, because it's your friend's cousin buying it from you. So kind of like what GameStop is all about. But I think I think this market's going down. UVXY is really, all kidding aside, 4 out of 5, 5 out of 6 strong days on UVXY. That's telling you something. That's telling you Nancy Pelosi is taking profits on the market, and they might be even buying puts on the S&P right now. I follow Nancy. She's the best trader. Her and Roaring Kitty, the two best traders on earth, if you really think about it, right? So, but let me see. I don't generally buy GameStop, but now that it's formed an ass crack bottom, you have 27.75 as a triple bottom. You have a 30.79 little pivot there. 31.50 is your prior day VWAP ass crack high. It looks like it wants to make a run to the upside. I'd rather buy it when it breaks. And then if it gets 30.79, you get the 31.58. You break 31.58, then you're looking for a full-blown retrace to 33.76. That's worth watching for a while. Other than that, chilling like a villain. And 1740, I would sell some NBACs if it breaks back under it, and then look for the retrace. Still love the stock, obviously, and not much more to say, so I won't say much. Another day in the books, 12 o'clock. Hope you all had a fantastic day. Be careful. Don't give it all back. Don't give any of it back. The best way to stop trading is to stop trading between 12 and 3:30. It's a good time to learn, good time to plot, to educate yourselves, but generally putting money to use in the middle of the day after a pretty good morning. Usually get into some chop here. So just don't chop yourselves up and lose money. All right. See ya.